Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Ernie Journey at Ernie Journey, and I'm going to be doing today the top 10 strongest One Piece characters. And I don't mean top 10 just today, just right now. I mean top 10 by the end of this series. So yeah, it's a prediction and I'll need your help. Also, I'm going to be trying a little bit of a different format and I want to know what you guys think about it. Do you like it? Do you hate it and despise it? Or not bad. Let's see how it goes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. The top 10 strongest One Piece characters. At number 10, we've got Trafalgar Law. Now, Trafalgar Law might not be about showboasting, but he's definitely extremely lethal. Known as the Surgeon of Death, his Devil Fruit is one of the most powerful and can literally grant immortality, my guys. Secondly, he's also very influential, given that he stealthily was the main instigator and trigger for the current war by going up against Don Flamingo stealthily. He didn't just do it outright and courageously like Luffy or Usus would. He stealthily started that war single-handedly. Third, he'll definitely be one of the pirates that takes down Kaido along with Luffy, and we don't know who might come into the picture. Given that he will grow substantially from this war, truthfully, by the end of the series, I expect two things to happen. Either he dies, which I think is completely possible, or he becomes one of the Yonko. Now, I gotta ask you guys, would Trafalgar Law be one of the Yonko in the end, or is he going to die? Like, what if he dies in the process of making someone immortal? For example, that someone being Luffy. At number 9, I have Usus Kid. Here's why. He's one of the worst generation. Now, what's really different about Usus, I think, than the other pirates in the worst generation is that just like Luffy, he's the only one who didn't succumb to Kaido's strength, right? Like, out of the worst generation, for example, like even Trafalgar Law, when he opposed Kaido, he did it like secretly and stealthily. Unlike Luffy and Usus, who are like brave enough to challenge him head on, face on, even though they lost, right? Like even Scratchman Apu is part of Kaido's crew now. So it takes some sort of grit that no other pirate had other than Luffy, Usus, and then of course Trafalgar Law as well. And we can be sure of the fact that Usus is going to have a huge hand in taking down Kaido. In the future, we can definitely see him being a fearsome competitor towards the One Piece for Luffy, and we can tell by their interactions and the curious and interesting competitive relationship they have in the prison even right now. You can tell that Luffy actually respects this guy as an equal, which is very, very rare. Hence why I'm actually putting Usus on this top 10 list in the first place. Alright, at number 8, I'm putting Sabo. Yeah, Sabo is so powerful that he could evenly clash against an admiral. So clearly he has massive potential and he's not even at his peak yet. It's quite sad we didn't get to see a full fight, like a full-on fight between Sabo and Fujitora. But I think there was some foreshadowing of that happening, possibly in the future. Point being that if he can stand up to Fujitora at this level when he hasn't even reached his peak, imagine what he's going to be able to do by the end of the series. Secondly, Sabo is number 2 at the Revolutionary Army, meaning Sabo could potentially surpass Dragon at some point. Thirdly, he's carrying the will of Ace by having the fire fruit and like picking the torch up from Ace of making sure Luffy stays safe and basically protecting Luffy. And he got the will of Ace, man. Ooh, number 7. Now Now I've been excited about this one, man. Number 7 is undisputedly Garp. The OG, known as the only man to go toe-to-toe with the one Pirate King, Gol D. Roger. Garp is renowned as the hero of the Marines and is one of the strongest One Piece characters. His monstrous physical ability, combined with his tremendous mastery of hockey, makes him a force to be reckoned with. A huge testament to his strength is that Garp was able to crush mountains with his bare fists. The guy crushed mountains, my dudes. Period. This is no ordinary human being, my guys. That Garp has no devil fruit powers to even help him out. At his prime, Garp was considered to be an equal match for any pirate. According to the Marines, Garp is said to be the only Marine who could rival Roger's effing strength, bro. Keep in mind, he rejected promotions to remain a vice admiral because he didn't want to be under the direct control of the world nobles of Merijua. Now, Garp also stated that he had enough authority as a vice admiral to do whatever he wanted, which is another reason why he didn't take those promotions. That makes sense to me. Like, the guy still is all about freedom. Like, that's their whole thing. Anybody with a D in their name is all about freedom, right? Like, look at Luffy. He's like, I don't care about being Pirate King for the money. I care about being Pirate King for the freedom. Look at Luffy's dad. Dragon literally created a whole army in order to fight for freedom. So, as long as Garp has freedom, he doesn't care. And I think this is something we all need to think about in our lives. Like, hey man, maybe I don't need that promotion because of the stress and the control from the executives. I'm a free man, and that's what matters, doesn't it? Now, also, Sengoku revealed that Garp and Gol D. Roger were the ones who defeated the Rocks pirates. Now keep in mind, these two guys and their armies and their ships defeated the strongest pirate crew, just two of them. This is a crew of people that had Big Mom, Kaido, Whitebeard, and Shiki among, the Rocks D. Sebek crew. Like, imagine fighting against people who are individual Yonkos now, and you beat them with two main frontrunners, which are Gol D. Roger and the other one being Garp. Now, it's kind of interesting when you think about it that Garp is actually from the same family as two of the most wanted criminals in the world. That's just a funny thought. Number 6, Akainu. Akainu is the current fleet admiral of the Navy. He's currently at his peak, having become the fleet admiral sometime during the time skip. He also beat Iceman Aokiji, which destroyed a whole island. And Oda literally said that if Akainu was a main character, he'd find the One Piece in a single year, which is insane to say, considering none of the Yonko have found it yet. He's really skilled at fighting hand-to-hand combat, and Akainu had the ability to cause massive damage to Emporie Ivankov and even Jinbei with minimal effort, thanks to his destructive Logia lava ability. At number 5, we've got one of my favorite characters in the series, Shanks. One of the Yonko and the captain of the Red Hair Pirates. Some people say that Shanks might die by the end of the series, which would make sense for why he passed the hat on and stuff like that, but I don't think he will. What do you guys think? You think Shanks will die? Comment below to let me know what you think. He's also known as one of the strongest to sail the sea. He was the one who gave Luffy the straw hat of Gol D. Roger and the motivation and inspiration to actually become a pirate. I personally see him as a guiding light and a mentor who actually doesn't teach him anything, but gives him the biggest lesson of them all, which is to strive for his biggest dream. And Shanks gets happy every time he gets closer, and Shanks and Luffy are actually gonna have to fight. Who knows, Luffy might be the one to kill Shanks, because he's gotta beat him to be the best. What do you guys think? Comment below if you think Luffy has the goddamn balls to kill Shanks. I don't think he can do it. You think he can do it? There's no way. Now, despite having one arm, my man has one arm. He had a clash with Whitebeard, if you remember, on his ship when he went to visit him, And that sword clash split the skies, my dog. He single-handedly ended the Marineford War just by showing up. And he said, if anybody still wants to fight, then come. Me and my crew, will be your opponents. The guy said that and everybody shut up, packed up, and went home like it was 3 p.m. after school.
男前が上がったな、赤髪。似合ってるぜ、そのキス。
At number 4, I have Monkey D. Dragon. First of all, who is this guy? Nobody has seen the full potential that he's capable of. You just know he's extremely strong when his number 2, the guy below him, is Sabo. Secondly, he's the Mac Daddy and the real dad of Luffy, our boy. He's the leader of the Revolutionary Army. He's known as the world's worst criminal. He's most likely as strong, if not stronger, than Yonko level strength, but isn't called a Yonko because he isn't technically a pirate. Now here's the thing, tell me if you guys think Dragon could potentially end up dying by the end of the series as well, where it would cause Sabo to take the number 1 position, question mark. At number 3, I got my boy, one of my top tier fave characters, maybe even over Shanks. No, actually even over Shanks is my boy Zorro. Honestly, I really debated putting him at number 1. Here's why. Zorro vowed to protect Luffy. His true goal changed from being the greatest swordsman, which he still wants to be, to becoming worthy enough to protect Luffy as the greatest swordsman, which means he will actually have to become stronger than Shanks, because Shanks wields a sword, my dude, right? So he's gotta beat Mihawk and he's gonna beat Shanks. Honestly, I had a really hard time picking him as number 3 because I feel him and Luffy might even be equals, or Zorro might even be stronger. Like, these top 3 are very like flimsy, man, and we should really debate about who deserves it by the end of the series in the comments below. Let's do it, boys. I'm gonna reply to all my comments just so you guys know. Recently trained by Mihawk himself. Also, Zorro has a closed eye, which we're yet to know the true meaning of. So there's hidden powers that we haven't seen yet. How can we forget the most epic moment when Zorro took all of Luffy's pain and damage from Kuma, which I remember Kuma saying that Luffy would have died if he'd taken all that damage. So at that moment, it was proven that Zorro had the ability to take more than Luffy for sure. At number 2, I'm putting Blackbeard, obviously because he's one of the 4 emperors of the sea. He's a user of 2 different fruits, the strongest Paramecia and the strongest Logia, and it's still unknown why he can eat more than 1 devil fruit, but because of this, his power literally has a potential to be unlimited. We haven't even seen his current power since he's been away for so long on his little island or whatever, but he's going to be the number 1 enemy and probably the last battle for Luffy to fight, given that he's going to be the strongest opponent. Let's just be real. Which could potentially mean that he's even stronger than Luffy and Zorro, and then Zorro and Luffy have to team up in order to actually beat him. That is a possibility for sure. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that Blackbeard should be number 1? Do you guys think he will be stronger than Luffy and Zorro? Comment below and let me know what you think, my boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, germs and worms. And the last, the number 1, the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world is Monkey D. Luffy. We think that because he will end up as Pirate King, he's the protagonist of the storyline, he will have conquered all the seas, he will surpass Goldie Roger, and probably meet Joy Boy. If you know what I mean, wink wink. And that's it, my friends. Make sure to subscribe. Hit that red, nice subscribe button. Thanks for coming, fam. Thanks for joining the show. By the way, don't forget to follow us on Instagram as well at @theanime, and we do lots of sick, awesome, fun posts. Thanks for watching, guys. It's your boy Ernie. Let me know what you thought of the different format, and my ninjas.